Okay, this I actually thought was like a handmade wreath. And I was thinking, oh wow, when did we start making real flowers? No, it's actually not a real flower wreath. It looks real, but this is from Home Reflections, and it's the Spring Floral Wreath and Garland. So it's your choice if you want the Spring Floral Wreath or if you want that Spring Floral Garland. If you're picking the garland up, it's gonna be 6 feet in length. So we're talking about 72 inches here, weighs about 1 3/4 pounds. So it's lightweight. But what you're looking at here, it looks like I just ran into the forest and I started putting a garland all together because it's this gorgeous mix of all of these different species of plants that are coming together. They're faux, they're gonna be weather resistant, they're indoor and outdoor safe. The other option that you have then is behind me over here on our front door. So let's go for a little walk because this is option number 2. You could bring it home in the wreath. Now, I think maybe bringing home both of them and putting this up around the door frame would be a really beautiful thing to do, but I love the twine that is here, and that's how you're gonna have it as a hook. It does look like I just went to the farmer's market to go pick that up, when the reality is I just picked it up right here in QVC, and I did so on an easy payment of just $19.67. This is new as of about a week ago, and so you were one of the very first people to be able to get your hands on this gorgeous wreath from Home Reflections. Well, when we're talking about Home Reflections, we of course are going to be welcoming in my good friend Carrie Lachlan here with us. Carrie, this is a beautiful, beautiful wreath or garland. Either one you go with, you can't go wrong. I can't believe how it literally looks like we just ran outside, grabbed a whole bunch of stuff, and put it together beautifully.
I love that you said that because when I first saw this, that was the first thing I thought. I was like, oh, I wonder if I could just like pretend that I made this. Like this is just what I do on the weekend. I make a beautiful wildflower wreath. Really, really spectacular between all of the different greenery, all of the different dimensions that you're getting in here.
Yeah.
We have lavender, we have eucalyptus, ferns, but it's the lifelikeness of this piece. The first time we had this in the studio, I think everybody that was on set was like telling me how they were going to run and get it, because when we're talking wreaths, when we're talking garlands, and we're not talking holiday, but we're mixing more into the spring session, it's really hard to do a wreath and a garland that feels real, and that can be indoor and outdoor. It's very, very impressive.
Well, the great thing about this is it's such a wonderful mix of different species of plants that helps to give that real life-like look. And if you're hanging this up, because I'm thinking of my house where probably about 30 feet, my front door to where the street is and where the walkway is, for anybody passing by, if they were to just look, as I'm looking at that door right now, I would not know that that is faux. I would think, wow, Justin's going to the farmer's market every week and getting himself a new wreath, right? Like it looks real, but and when you're up close to it, I would say that yes, at that point you can tell that it's not a real tree. But like when I'm saying up close, I mean like this close, which
like you have to be standing this close to it.
Correct.
And it's also on this beautiful grapevine wreath. And I always like to show the back, especially for those of us who have the storm doors, because you know a lot of times our storm doors will have those open, especially in the springtime. So looking at the back of a wreath, if you are thinking about putting this on your storm door, is just as important. And this is on this beautiful natural grapevine. This is also oversized, so 28 inches. Most of our wreaths run about like 24 to 26 inches. So you're getting that really beautiful oversized, which is going to be awesome on the door. And did you just put it underneath?
I did.
I love that. Yes.
So I literally was looking around, Carrie, and I thought to myself, well, wait a second. There's this big oversized plant. And because it's the oversized wreath, I like the idea of having that mix, having it big and overgrown, and really making it feel like it's not just the beginning of spring, but like we are in the middle of the summer. Like this is going to be that big overgrown plant to really help lengthen that warm weather. I know that it may be a little bit chilly out when you're putting it here, but for me, my mindset, like I want it to look like this all the time, and it gives that effect.
I'm here for it. Absolutely. And you can, thinking about the wreath, if you'd like to do that, think about our fences too. You know, when you come up to my home, one of the first things that you see is a large wooden fence. So if you have a gate or a fence, because this is indoor outdoor, you could get 2 of those and put them on either one of your gates or your fences, but really, really beautiful to add that softness as well.
Well, you know, the texture that you're talking about that's in this, there's so much dimension to this. There's so much to it, and yet it all blends together so beautifully, and it is so lifelike. This is $59 today. That is the QVC price on this, but you could break it up into your easy payments here of $19.67. And the thing that I want you to think about on that easy payment, like if you were to go to the farmer's market, how much would you pay for a real floral wreath that looks like that? My guess is it's probably going to be a lot more money than one easy payment. And while an easy payment is monthly, good luck if that wreath lasts an entire month. Here, when you purchase this here today, you're putting it on that easy payment that's less than $20. When you get it at home, let's say you're going to use it all of March, you're going to use it all of April, you're going to definitely use it in May. Maybe you change it up in the summer, but I'd probably leave it out till June and then put like a 4th of July wreath up. So I'd be getting 4 months out of it at a minimum. And then I'm bringing it out year after year after year. So to that, Carrie, do I need to worry about any of like the weather resistancy stories to this, or is that all okay?
This is weather resistant, so you can use this indoor, outdoor, on a covered porch. It really does run the gamut. And I also did want to point out, Justin, that all of this is malleable, so you can kind of zhuzh it. It's almost like having bangs. Like as I look through it, like you can even it, you can kind of make it a little bit more organic and have a little flow. But all of these pieces are malleable. Some of the flowers are on stronger wire. Some of them are on a little bit of just the actual stem. So it really has the ability for you to shape it and how you'd like it. But my favorite part is that this can go outdoors right now, or you can keep it indoor. You know, think about this over top of a bed. Maybe you'll have somebody like a teenage daughter who loves like a really whimsical feeling and like loves kind of that outdoor vibe, a little hippiness like myself. I'm an outdoorsy girl, so I love a good wildflower.
Well, then, you know, to that point, maybe consider bringing the garland inside as well. Using this, you know, where like maybe on top of the cabinets, just to give a little bit of life there, to be able to give a little bit of dimension and color, to be able to use this across maybe the back of a hutch that you have, and then put in, as we're getting into the spring, maybe you're decorating for Easter. Can you imagine this running down the centerpiece of your table?
Oh, it's beautiful.
It would be gorgeous.
I think about if you were having like an outdoor wedding too, like how beautiful this would be to run down the cake table, or even run down your patio table, because, you know, a lot of times we don't put that extra touches on our patio because we don't have the pieces that can be indoor outdoor. So because this can go outside and it has that weather resistancy, get some of your home reflections outdoor lanterns and mix this down your patio table, or maybe you can roll it up and kind of give it a large scale circle as well. So a lot of ways to play with this.
You know, I'm getting married in May, and you were talking about, I'm thinking, there's a cookie table that my fiance, he's from Pittsburgh, and so for the cookie table, like this would be a really cool way to do it. However you use it, you're gonna be able to bring color and life to anywhere that you put this, and you can do it season after season after season. The price today for either the wreath or the garland here is gonna be $59, or an easy payment of just $19.67 for the next 3 months. You just simply choose which one you want. They do go great together. If you want to consider both, it'd be less than $40 on an easy payment. Carrie, so good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Good to see you, Justin. Have a wonderful night.
Yeah, you too. And then, you know, coming up, if you are getting that wreath,